This M5 really goes like steak. And it brakes amazingly well.
Eric Keller here, Enthusiast Auto Group. Today we're with the 2003 E39 M5, sterling gray on black. This is quite a special and very unique car that has gone through our program just 3,000 miles ago. It is fresh off the highway, having just arrived from Atlanta. Repeat client Alan, shout out to you for taking great care of this car and writing another great chapter as the third owner of this very special E39 M5. He's just recently traded this in on another EAGBMW, another V8 flavored example that, well, will deliver him another 6 to 12 months of many smiles per mile. And we wanted to, well, just to kind of do a quickie. I'm going to do a fun little drive with this M5 and show you what the differences are with this modified example that has, well, no shortage of go fast, and it's all with the name brand stuff. You're used to us seeing Dynon everywhere. Well, today we're with Brembo, we're with Forge Line, we're with Coney, we are with Group M, and a full-length Super Sprint exhaust system that goes from, well, tip to tail. This car runs like an absolute beast. I mean, that's what it is. This will keep up with a Dynon Stage 2. Ask me how I know, and well, with just a tick over 22,000 miles on the clock, the original surviving preservation condition certainly wants for, well, very little. I've got a couple cameras set up here now. We're going to throw a couple more cameras on and go for a fun little ride. We can talk a bit more about the car's story and history and what makes it very special and certainly very, very unique. It is a very, very late production car, just to give you a bit of a sample. There is also, I guess, a lot of AC Schnitzer stuff on the car. As you'll notice with the rocker panels, the rear spoiler, the tinted, lights both front, side, and rear. It does have a nice privacy glass as well. And I suppose focusing here on the exterior for just a little bit longer, we should also talk and point out this AC Schnitzer rear diffuser and valance is absolutely awesome. It's definitely going to appeal to those guys that have had an E39 M5 before and want to have just a little bit more of a unique and special, well, performance-minded relationship with that car. It also does have a full clear bra that was installed quite a long time ago, thus the stone chips are at a very minimal count. The clear bra is just starting to show its age a little bit here and there, such, you know, pulling up right there in the little corner pocket. We certainly can pull the clear bra off. It's the entire hood, the entire front fenders pair, of course, and then the front bumper. The car certainly is a driver by, well, the Enthusiast standard, but yet has a Concours level of quality that certainly will be recognized at any car event where any enthusiast, doesn't matter your brand specific loyalty, this car certainly turns a lot of heads. So let's jump behind the wheel, take a fun little spin, and certainly reach out if you have any interest in acquiring something that's, well, the end of this analog era, or have something like this you'd like to keep in another great and loving home. That's what we're here to do. Talk about confidence behind the steering wheel. This car has a fantastic suspension under it. It's a Coney setup with Eibach springs, Eibach front and rear sway bars. It has a wider and larger set of wheels and tires, of course, to house those larger Brembo brakes. It has a 364 limited slip differential. That certainly spins up a lot faster and with a bunch more torque, given the fact that it has intake. It has software, Group M intake setup with a full-length Super Sprint exhaust system that goes from, well, the headers all the way to the tip. It is a set of high-flow bullet style catalytic converters, an X-pipe, and then those Super Sprint mufflers. The car will certainly put you back in the seat, and I would certainly equate the car to a Dynon Stage 2 on many levels,
couple ways. A little bit more. It's just a bit more on the aggressive side, really in all ways. It has a lightweight flywheel as well as a heavy-duty clutch. It has a short shifter as well. That performance level, coupled with the aesthetic goodies, certainly was not an inexpensive package. And the original owner of this car, Park City, Utah resident, decided to send the car to Discovery Automotive and basically have a full suite of goodies. I believe the original invoice was somewhere around the $55,000 range. And that's not a small chunk of change when you just spent $75,000 to buy the car. The car was a fair weather driver. It's not seen really much weather. It certainly has an undercarriage that indicates it's never seen any type of corrosive chemicals or any negative experiences. The car's been a luxury item. It's been a toy. It's been a piece of somebody's family, which literally is where the second owner fits into the story. This is a repeat client, originally from the middle Ohio area, Columbus area to be specific. And early in the car's life, the original owner received a solicitation from said now second owner. Said, hey, when you're going to sell that car, why don't you look me up and let's have that conversation. The second owner went through a lot of great cars as he became more involved in the car collecting community and started earning a bit more disposable income to have those finer things in life. And by the time the original owner was ready to hang his hat with the ownership cycle, that family friend had a lot of cool cars and certainly wanted to keep the car in a great home and honor his word of, hey, can I have that first right of refusal? He, of course, jumped at the opportunity to keep that car in a loving home, and he did just that. He owned the car for, well, a little over a year and a half, provided all the service records going back to effectively new. We've got a couple dozen pages of service history on the car that indicates it's been well serviced and loved, and it goes like this because of it. Second owner of the car, of course, reached out to EAG at the first opportunity to get something else fun in the revolving stable, managing a fair amount of cars. And we didn't waste much time and jumped at the opportunity. We put the car through the EAG Rejuve program, invested another little less than $10,000, I believe, just into the future-proofing that insurance plan that we've become known for to ensure that second owner, next owner, third owner in this case, was going to have a great ownership experience and not have to really put much into the car other than, well, seat time and fuel. And that's certainly what we look for with each one of these cars, and ensuring that the next owner is going to have a setup for success situation is our goal. That's always been our goal, and that's certainly why we are welcoming these cars back with loving arms to have them for a second or third or fifth or 10th time even sometimes to bring these cars through the program again. And we've really been on a mission. I've recently realized that we are the MPA, the M-Car Preservation Agency. And like the EPA, they are there to save great things in our environment and community. And of course, that's obviously a pretty pale comparison. The environment obviously is much more important than anybody's fossil fuel burning M-Car. But we can equally realize everybody gets passionate about different things. And this car certainly had a lot of passionate owners and people that care for the car, and that's exactly what we are going to be presenting as an opportunity to be that next guy or gal. It's a fantastic car. The paint and the condition of the interior, everything on the car is just really spick and span. It's a fantastic example of these analog era E39 M5s in a very late production model. It's CF93965. That is 25 VIN numbers from the very last E39 M5 to roll off the production line in Germany. Those cars were, well, you have to think that they're going to be about the best built of the era, and this car certainly does not disappoint. It is a very tight example, very low mileage, and it's a driver's car through and through. you ever heard the term stump puller? Well, that's what this car is. This thing has got torque. This is a fun job. There's not a lot the E39 M5 does not do well. The engine certainly makes some beautiful, beautiful noises. It is, well, the first V8 with individual throttle bodies, and I have to say that BMW really knocked it out of the park relative to a production engine. The S62 is just awesome. If you're interested further in this 2003 Sterling Gray on Black M5 with 22,372 miles, please reach out, drop us a line. You know what to do. I would be happy to have a conversation and share all other details with you. It's a fantastic car that I can, well, say with very high confidence. It's a top flight car. There's very few that will be superior to this M5 by all measures. It will be a bit on the more expensive side, but you will get what you pay for. It's a great car that we certainly are very proud to put our name and stamp of approval on. It's going to be a very, very exciting fall driving season. Get out there, do drive, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. See you.